Hi, I'm Ritchies, sending all my love to long ago, and I have not yet done an Avengers review, so I'm going to give it to you like that. Oh, crap. Hey, I'm Retro Richie, sending all my love to long ago. So yesterday I went to see Avengers Endgame, not for the first time, nope, not for the second time, nope, the third time. Yes, I really enjoyed Avengers Endgame. So much fact that I've been to see it 3 times now. What can I say about this movie? It's fun. There are good things, there are bad things. I'll get to the good things first and then we'll look at some of the bad things. The good things, the film is fun. Okay, it's really... Right, the reason, I'm going to start before I say this, that the reason I haven't done a review yet is because I very rarely am easy to talk about the films without giving any spoilers away. So there will be spoilers. I am putting spoiler here and giving a little pause. Okay, if you're still here, you're an idiot. No, I'm kidding. If you're still here and you haven't seen the film, you're an idiot. Anyway, so the good things, the bad things. The good things is the film in general, the idea behind the film in general. The story is a really great story. It's a good way to wrap up all 22, 23 films. And it's just a really nice way. It's a good way to pay homages back to the other films. And so it feels like this journey you've been on with the Marvel Cinematic Universe has not been in vain. All the actors in this film bring the A game. Chris Hemsworth is hilarious in this film. He's funny as anything. Mark Ruffalo's really good. Chris Evans, once again, is really good. But the two I have to give real major props to. Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanoff, and of course Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, who I think pulls off his best performance in a Marvel movie in this one. It is a proper tearjerker at the end, and it's amazing. But like I said, everyone brings their A game, even the people who are not on the screen for a long time, are really good. You get some of the best cameos in this, doing little tiny cameos. Everyone from Robert Redford, Samuel L. Jackson, Natalie Portman. Okay, I think she only did a voiceover and the footage was deleted scenes, but she still did something for the film. They still managed to bring her back somehow. Robert Redford, you get the whole... They recreate the elevator scene and it doesn't go the way you think it's going to go, and it's really, really good. Everyone keeps saying about how the times are long. It's 3 hours long and it didn't need to be 3 hours long. I don't agree with that. I kind of think if you took that out, that wouldn't make sense. If you took that out, that wouldn't make sense. So I think there's a reason why it's a 3 hour film, and I think there's a reason why it's a 3 hour film, basically. But yeah. But, the effects are in it. That big final battle, there's one shot with Captain America stood there on his own. And then you can see all of Thanos' army. And my God, is that well shot. It's just like a piece of artwork. It's absolutely amazing. And then we get the infamous Sam saying, "Cap, on your left." Which is absolutely brilliant. And anyone who's followed the stories throughout the film will understand and get the reference.
I do. I understood that reference.
And it's just a massive payoff to everyone who's watched the Marvel films. And I think that's literally it. Avengers Endgame is a love letter to the first 11 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thanos is probably the best Marvel villain we've had. Very close above Loki. But I think Josh Brolin does a really good job in this film. And I think in the both films, his performance is absolutely amazing. But again, another actress I need to stand out is Karen Gillan, who surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, it sounds a bit horrible that, but who pulls out a fantastic performance in this movie. She didn't really have much to do in the last one, but my God, does she have a lot to do in this one, and she deserves her place with the rest of the cast of the Avengers. I really love at the end how they pay homage to Star Trek The Undiscovered Country, which was the last film to feature the original cast, and it had the picture of the original cast, and then it had the signatures coming up. And they do something very similar here with the silhouettes of each of the original 6 members with the signature. It's kind of like a final bow, which I think was really nice. Captain America's ending I called 3 years ago. That was a 2. I called it 3 years ago. Captain America, I knew that's how they were going to end Captain America's. There was no other way they could end Captain America's story. So I guessed that quite a while bit. I knew they were going to, again, if you haven't read the spoiler thing, you're an idiot. I knew they were going to kill off one of the trifecta. My money would have been on Thor, I'll be honest. But the Tony Stark thing makes sense, and I think it was a real... taking the self-sacrifice storyline was a brilliant move by Robert Downey Jr. Because I think it's just going to give you that nice, like, Tony Stark sacrificed himself, and that's how he went. So everyone's going to remember it. Chris Hemsworth seems to be lingering on this thing, so maybe they seem to be making it sound like he's going to be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll see when it comes to if it actually happens. It might not happen. I mean, he's got Men in Black International now, so he's got a new franchise. But yeah, that's like all the good things. There's lots to talk about, really, the good things. The bad things. The time travel in this film is all over the place. Now, the reason why we all know time travel's a fictitious thing, that it can't happen. Some believe it can, but we know it's a fictitious relay, that time travel can't really happen. Some scientists believe that if you could time travel, but you could only go forwards, you could never go backwards. So it's complex. But the rules were written of time travel for a reason. I swear to God, when Smart Hulk, or whatever you want to call him, Banner Hulk, Smart Hulk, when he starts stating that line that whatever you do in the past doesn't affect the future, the first thing that went through my mind was,
That's just lazy writing.
yeah, right, that's literally that went through my mind. In that voice too. Right? Because it's crap. Right. The building blocks of physics is Newton's for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, right? That's quantum theory, quantum physics. The quantum realm is based on quantum physics. If you're going to ignore the main bloody rule of it, what's the point? But the thing is, though, he says that line, and then later on in the film, they completely ignore it, and they go back to the original rule that if something changes in the past, it affects the future. You get multiple realities. So everything has to be put back in the same place. So what was the point in that line? Because you literally just rewrote over what you originally set out to do. And even then, they still adhere to that original line or something. Old Nebula kills young Nebula. Old Nebula's still there. You worked that one out! The bloody timeline, time travel thing in this film is... Time travel is a hard thing to write in a film, I've heard. Because you have to juggle so many things. You have to make sure everything balances out. If this happens, this has to happen. Like I said, action, reaction. Everything has to happen. So it needs to be thought out, and certain things in this film with the time travel was not properly thought out, unfortunately. But to be honest, that was my only major gripe about the Avengers. That the time travel was all over the place. Yeah, that's basically my only gripe about it. And it might say thing, but it is actually quite a big gripe when you think about it, because it is crucial to the plot of the film. And some of it. The one thing I did have a bit of a gripe about, and again, this is a really nitpick, and I kind of see what they were trying to do. I kind of see the good intentions of it, and I kind of see what they might be trying to set up. The A-Force shot. Now, if anybody doesn't know what the A-Force is, the A-Force was a comic book where it was all the females from the Marvel Universe. And there's that scene when, I think it's Scarlet Witch is fighting Thanos, and they make some comment about it, and someone shouts out they're not alone, and all the women from the battle. Oh no, I tell a lie. It's when Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, who's really good in this film. I actually prefer her in this film than I do in her own film, but she's not a lot of screen time, so maybe that's it. Anyway, it's when Carol Danvers is trying to get the gauntlet to Scott Lang's van, and Spider-Man mentions something about how you're going to get through all that alone, and then all the females from the films all gather together, and like, you're not alone. And it's a very female, feminine, empowering scene. I get that. The problem is, it's very forced. It's a very forced scene. If they could somehow made it more natural, it would have worked a lot better. But when you try and force something onto the fans are going to have a backlash. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a very empowering scene. All the females from the MCU getting together. It shows that the women can handle themselves in front of the men. And if it had been done right and felt more natural, it would have worked. But it just seems like they're trying to shove it into your face. Now, I have not got a problem with this scene. I actually quite enjoyed this scene. But I know from past experiences that when you try and force a kind of propaganda thing on the fan and you make it look like you're forcing it on them, they're not going to react well to it. But for me, I thought it was alright, and I think it's just a little nitpick, that one. Anyway, that was my thoughts on Avengers Endgame. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and I'll see you in days to come.